Well, it took me a while, but I got them all done. I gave it a once-over sweep, and I've noticed there's a line right there. Now remember, this is a glue lamp beam laid sideways, 2x4, 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 7 2x4s, and there's a crack right in here. Man, right in the actual 2x4, because the first 2x4 is 1.5 inches right there, and then this is cracked and moved, but it hasn't actually moved the front edge of this or anything. So I'm going to have to address that. I may put some liquid nail in there, some construction adhesive, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I could just put my rock hard water putty in there too, push it in there. That could be a good thing to put in there too, but the liquid nail, maybe it'll bond together, because usually on that the liquid nails, see, there's even dirt in here. I'm gonna have to let that dry a little bit. The liquid nails, usually once it dries, if you glue two pieces of 2x4 together, or 1x4, or anything with liquid nail, and then you try to pull it apart, usually it's not going to come apart other than ripping the wood to separate it. So that's why I think I should fill this area with liquid nail, just to kind of bond those pieces of wood together. And I'll let that dry, I think. Fortunately for me, the sun is hitting it right now. It's going to get cold later on, and I think I'm going to prime this. I'm going to prime this first, and before it gets too cold, then I'll fill that area with liquid nail. I might fill this little area here too. This one's not as bad, but that one's kind of deep. Okay, and you remember why? I mean, I'm gonna coat these with rock hard Durham's rock hard water putty to make them smooth. And I've noticed there's an area back in here where this has dive bombed down at an angle, almost like it's been ripped off. I'm gonna have to build that back up, because if I don't build that up, what's happening is when the water comes down these stairs, kaboom, boom, 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 in this corner, it just sits there, and then it slopes right in there and goes right down between there and goes right down underneath these stairs, and I don't want that happening. So I'm gonna have to address that. But the reason why I'm not going to put the rock hard water putty on right now, why, couldn't I? Well, yeah, you could, but I'm under the belief that there could be possible mold still down inside some of the cracks and stuff, and maybe even on the surface of this. So that's why I'm going to take my mold killer primer, and I'm going to put that on here first, even though I'm going to put the rock hard water putty on next after that. Does that make sense? So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do that just like I did these top two steps. I put that mold killer primer on, and so that is my next step. Well, that's all I got for this time, but I'll be back with more videos.